Imagine being told that the children you gave birth to are not biologically yours. That's the perplexing reality Lydia Fairchild found herself in. Lydia Fairchild, a single mother in Washington state, was just like any other mother, fiercely protective of her children and always striving to provide them the best. As a single parent, life was a constant struggle. Her days were filled with juggling multiple jobs to make ends meet, and her nights were spent worrying about her children's future. In the midst of this struggle, Lydia decided to apply for government assistance to secure a better life for her children. This decision would set off a chain of events that would turn her world upside down. As part of the application process, a routine DNA test was carried out. The results of this test, however, were anything but routine. The DNA test revealed a baffling truth. Lydia Fairchild was not the biological mother of her children. This shocking revelation left everyone, including Lydia, dumbfounded. After all, she had carried these children in her womb, had given birth to them, and had raised them. Yet, according to science, she was not their mother. The news hit Lydia like a punch in the gut. She was left reeling, struggling to understand how this could be true. Questions swirled in her mind. Was there a mix-up at the hospital? Had there been a mistake in the DNA test? Or was she, as some suggested, lying about being the mother of her children? But Lydia knew the truth. She knew that she was the mother of her children. She knew that she had given birth to them, and she was determined to prove it no matter what it took. But how could this be possible? How could a mother not be related to her own children? This is the question that would lead Lydia Fairchild on a journey of discovery, a journey that would reveal a hidden facet of human biology and challenge our understanding of motherhood. The DNA tests were undeniable. According to science, Lydia was not the mother of her children. Imagine the shock, the confusion, the utter disbelief. How could this be? Lydia had carried these children, felt them kick in her belly, brought them into the world. Yet, science declared these children were not hers. The legal implications were immediate and severe. The state began questioning Lydia's rights as a mother. Authorities, baffled by the DNA results, questioned whether Lydia had somehow obtained these children through illegal means. She was facing the surreal possibility of losing her children to a system that could not comprehend her unique situation. This was not a single anomaly. Multiple DNA tests were conducted, each returning the same perplexing result. Lydia was not genetically linked to her children. The consistency of the results only deepened the mystery. Every test seemed to echo the same unthinkable conclusion, that Lydia was a stranger to her own offspring. Beyond the legal challenges, the emotional turmoil was overwhelming. Lydia was trapped in a Kafkaesque nightmare, her identity as a mother being questioned by an unfathomable genetic paradox. She was forced to prove her maternity, to validate the bond she knew in her heart was real. The stress, the fear, the confusion, it was an emotional whirlwind that would have broken many. But Lydia was determined to fight. Even the scientific community was dumbfounded. The DNA tests were accurate, they were certain of that. But the results made no sense. It went against everything known about genetics and maternity. They were staring at a biological impossibility, a puzzle that defied explanation. The DNA dilemma was a paradox, a riddle wrapped in an enigma. Lydia was living proof of a scientific conundrum. Her case was a mystery that seemed to defy the laws of nature. It was a puzzle that had scientists scratching their heads in bewilderment. Lydia's case was a mystery, one that no one could seem to unravel. The DNA tests were clear, but the truth of Lydia's situation remained shrouded in uncertainty. This was just the beginning of Lydia's incredible journey, a journey that would challenge everything we thought we knew about genetics and maternity. Just when everything seemed darkest, a glimmer of hope appeared for Lydia. In the midst of Lydia's perplexing ordeal, a beacon of light shone from an unexpected corner. A similar case had emerged years before, involving a woman named Karen Keegan. Karen, like Lydia, had faced the inconceivable. She needed a kidney transplant, and her family underwent genetic testing to find a match. Astonishingly, the test showed that Karen's sons were not biologically hers. How could this be? Well, science, in its infinite curiosity, began to unravel the enigma. The explanation lay in a rare biological phenomenon known as chimerism. Now, what on earth is chimerism, you ask? Imagine for a moment two fertilized eggs or embryos merging together in the womb. Instead of developing into twins, they fuse to become one individual. This individual, known as a chimera, carries two different sets of DNA. It's as if they're their own twin. In Karen's case, some of her tissues held one set of DNA, while other tissues, including those in her bloodstream, held a different set. When doctors tested her blood, They were looking at the DNA of her vanished twin. Astoundingly, this discovery proved to be the lifeline Lydia desperately needed. Could Lydia, too, be a chimera? Could the DNA in her bloodstream belong to a vanished twin, while her own DNA, the DNA matching her children, resided elsewhere in her body? The possibility seemed outlandish, almost too strange to be true. Yet, it held a kernel of hope. If Lydia were indeed a chimera, it would explain the unexplainable, solve the unsolvable, and most importantly, it would prove that she was the biological mother of her children. But to confirm this, Lydia needed to undergo further tests. Her journey was far from over, but this new lead offered a promising direction. Could Lydia Fairchild be a chimera, an individual with two sets of DNA? As we delve deeper into this mystery, we find ourselves on the precipice of a fascinating scientific revelation. Stay tuned as we continue to unravel this remarkable tale. The theory was outlandish, but it was the only one that made sense. Lydia Fairchild was about to embark on a journey that would challenge everything we thought we knew about genetics. The prospect of Lydia being a chimera, a human with two sets of DNA, was both fascinating and bewildering. When Lydia was pregnant with her third child, doctors decided to monitor the birth closely. The aim was to collect samples immediately after birth, hoping to find some answers. The atmosphere was tense. Everyone in the room knew they were about to witness something extraordinary, something that could potentially rewrite medical textbooks. As the baby came into the world, the medical team acted swiftly. They gathered samples from the newborn, Lydia, and the placenta. It was a race against time. Every second counted. The samples were sent to the lab, where scientists eagerly awaited. This was more than just a test. It was a quest for truth, a quest to understand the enigma that was Lydia Fairchild. The analysis was meticulous and thorough. The scientists were looking for a needle in a haystack, a second set of DNA in Lydia's body. And then, it happened. The moment of truth. They found it. A second set of DNA was indeed present. It was a groundbreaking discovery. It confirmed that Lydia was a chimera. She had two sets of DNA, one that matched her children and one that didn't. It was an extraordinary revelation. The woman who had been accused of not being the biological mother of her children was not only their mother, but was also a medical marvel. This discovery was a breakthrough. It challenged the traditional understanding of genetics. It made us question what we thought we knew about DNA and heredity. It was a testament to the complexity and wonder of the human body. Lydia Fairchild was indeed a chimera, a human with two genomes. The mystery had finally been unraveled, but this was just the beginning. The discovery of Lydia's chimerism opened a new chapter in genetic research, a chapter filled with endless possibilities and intriguing questions. The story of Lydia Fairchild was not just about a woman and her children. It was about the extraordinary potential of human genetics. Lydia's story is more than just a medical marvel. It's a testament to the complexities of life. Let's talk about chimerism, a term that sounds like it's straight out of a science fiction novel. In simple terms, chimerism is a condition where an individual has two different sets of DNA. This occurs when two fertilized eggs or zygotes merge in the womb. Instead of developing into twins, they form a single individual with two distinct genetic profiles. Mind-boggling, isn't it? Now imagine the shock when a maternity test says you're not the mother of your own children. That's exactly what happened to Lydia Fairchild. Because of her chimerism, Lydia's DNA didn't match that of her children, leading to a whirlwind of confusion and disbelief. This rare condition can dramatically affect parentage tests. In Lydia's case, the DNA samples taken for the test came from cells with the other set of DNA, the one that didn't match her children. It's as if Lydia was her own twin, carrying two sets of genetic information. After the discovery, Lydia's life took a drastic turn. She was thrust into the spotlight, her personal life scrutinized, and her motherhood questioned. But Lydia, resilient as ever, didn't let her unique condition define her. She embraced her reality, stood firm in her truth, and educated others about her rare condition. Chimerism is a testament to the wonders of human biology. It's a stark reminder of how much we still have to learn about the human body and its complexities. But most importantly, it's a reminder of the strength and resilience of individuals like Lydia, who navigate the challenges that come their way with grace and determination. Lydia's story is a fascinating glimpse into the mysteries of human biology, a reminder that